Hey, what's up? It's Atomic Swift, and I'm back with another Nvidia surround video. This time for a game that is only out right now for Origin Premier Access members, and that is Anthem. It's a fun game. I like playing it. The retail copy doesn't come out until I believe the 22nd. Today is the 20th, so I've been playing the Origin Access Premier version. And so, like I said, we're going to try it out on Nvidia surround. I haven't tried this yet. On my PC, on the one screen, I get it. It's about 120, 130 frames on Ultra. So it should be interesting to see what we can get across three 27-inch monitors with my graphics card, CPU, and everything. If you haven't watched any of my videos, my build is now a Intel Core i9-9900K processor, no overclock, liquid cooled, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, MSI 1080 Ti graphics card, Windows 10 Pro 64-bit, all current Windows 10 updates. It's got the current Nvidia graphics drivers, I believe. Let me make sure here. Let's go to GeForce Experience and check. I believe I've got the current drivers, but we'll check real quick just to make sure. Check for updates. Yep, you have the latest GeForce you have the latest GeForce driver, which is version 4.18.91. The release date is February 13th, 2019. So we're good to go there. So let's go ahead and fire up Anthem. Oh, because the fucking... Oh, it's okay, the store. Duh. Okay, so hit Anthem, my bad. Anthem, and... here we go. Alright, let's see if it starts up. You know, most games, most newer games, right when you boot them up, they recognize right away that you're using Nvidia Surround, so it stretches it across all three monitors. Okay, which it seems to have done. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it recognizes it in surround. That's good. That's always a good sign. So I'm gonna try it on Ultra, and we're gonna see what kind of frame rate we get on Ultra, and if it's shitty, if it's below 60 or whatever, we'll bump it down and see. Well, actually, I'll just bump it down regardless, just to see what the performance difference is between the different graphics settings. And I believe I have this game installed on my NVMe Samsung 970 Pro. Oh, that's right. Damn it, I gotta... Okay, so we're at 60 frames. You can't see it, it's in that side of the screen, but you know what? I can adjust this here. Let me, so you can see it over there. Okay, so we'll do it. I think you can see it in the... Okay. So this is my bad. I didn't realize this was a mission where I had to fucking talk to somebody, but I mean, it's still 60 frames. Let me make sure it's got it. I'll tell you the actual graphical settings. So we're playing in full screen resolution, 5760 by 1080 at 60 hertz. Full screen mode, vertical sync is on. Peripherals light. Oh, that doesn't matter. It's not a video setting. Okay. Advanced graphics setting. Oh, okay. So it adjusted it itself, because when I play it, it puts it on Ultra. So it probably recognized that it's in 5760 by 1080, which is 1080p resolution. So my graphics quality is set to custom. The game did this when I started it up right in this mode. And So we've got anti-aliasing 10A, TAA, ambient occlusion off, which is to add shading in the cracks and crevices of objects based on the ambient lighting of the scene. Texture quality medium, texture filtering ultra, mesh quality medium, lighting quality medium, effects quality low, post-processing quality low, terrain quality low, vegetation quality low. So like I said, the game recognized that I was starting it up in this Nvidia surround resolution of 5760 by 1080, so the game adjusted it, which is cool, which explains why we're getting a solid 60 frames. And I mean, this is just in the you know, the city, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You picked up on that, right? Little warble. It's warbling.
Okay,
right?
so I'm gonna move
Move
it back here a little bit so you
You've
can
got to
see.
look past the numbers for once in your life. Something is off. Connection is a bit fuzzy.
This is one of those games where I really don't care about the story, especially right now. So I'm gonna hopefully get into some combat here. Like I said, I'll bump up the resolution to preset. You know, low, medium, high, and we'll see. Up, see, I just dumped to 48 right there. I was walking through all those people. Okay, so we're gonna head back to my javelin, which is right here.
Oh, and you need something?
What are you talking about? I just got a message from you saying to meet you at the forge.
I didn't send any. Why would I want to meet up here? Some.
Oh my God! Come on, man. Alright, I'm gonna. I think I'm going to unlock the Ranger Javelin, I guess. Hopefully it's going to let me play so I can show you. I mean, you see what it looks like running like this in the city. So we'll just back out of here. Oh my God. Come on, man! Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna, come on. Okay, so playing in the main city, what's it called, Terraces or whatever it is. It's utilizing 76% of my GPU. My CPU's running at 47 right now. Okay, so I'm going to launch Expedition here. We can get into this. And sadly, I think this is one of those games. It might take some getting used to, but right now there's no way I can play this game for a long time in Nvidia surround. Just spinning around right there, I was getting a headache, so which sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I'm going to play a private game just because if I have to leave, I don't want to piss somebody off. Okay. So now we're going to get into the actual gameplay and see what the FPS is. Okay.
Here we are, freelancer. You ready to jump in?
Yes, I am.
You can see this is definitely playable. I mean, on these graphical settings, it's utilizing 83% of my GPU, 35% of the memory on my GPU, 34% of my system memory. I have 32 gigs of RAM. The game's using just a little over 5 gigs, and it's using 39% of my CPU. With my system processes and all that stuff, my CPU is being used 52%, and temps are 51. It's liquid cooled, so it's pretty good. My CPU. Okay, as you can see, we're still 60, 59. I mean, this is definitely playable. I mean, if I wanted to play it like this would be no problem. I mean, the graphics still look pretty good.
The location Tassin gave us must be close. I'm detecting the camp's shortwave radio.
Not seeing anyone. Oh, and anything?
Yeah, got some radio equipment. Obviously after this made, otherwise, no, nothing but the radio. And no fires.
Okay, so...
Oh, hang on. Detecting another radio. Same frequency.
Ooh, I like that. It's a light machine gun? Oh, light assault rifle, that's what it was. Oops, that's not good.
Okay, I've got a new trail. We'll need to get to the location I've marked for better reception.
Anything else I should know?
Besides that Arcanists get themselves in trouble by being out here.
About Matthias?
Brilliant and reckless. He has a reputation among the Arcanists. Not a good one.
Having a bad reputation is chapter 1 of the Freelancer's Handbook.
Oh, I just overheated my damn javelin.
Clearly, Matthias established more than one camp.
Yeah, I mean, I was really worried how this would run with the way the camera's set up, because Resident Evil, you're like, here's when you stretch it, Leon's like right here, and that fucking sucks with the new Resident Evil 2 remake. But this is actually running really good. I just want to get into some combat and see if we get some frame rate drops, because right now it's pretty much a solid 60 frames, which is awesome.
Yes. Matthias? No, he's not here. Look for anything that can help track him down.
Still using only 83% of my CPU, so that's awesome. 35% of my GPU's RAM, which it's got 11 gigs, so that's not bad at all.
That's where the signal is coming from. We can use it to help search for another camp. It'll take time.
Okay, get started.
Come on.
Quiet out here, baby.
Oh, there we go.
What the hell? An ambush!
Scars, scavengers.
Still 60. I mean, this is, I mean, you can see on the videos.
No,
Solid 60, no drops. This is awesome.
destroy any hives that pop up. That can cut off reinforcements.
Hives being more scars. Got it.
Alright, so
Any luck on finding a direction?
No, not yet. Focus on that hive. Clear up those remaining scars.
Radio signal.
Still working on it.
oops, low health. Oh, there you go.
Just fiddling with the radio signal for the next location.
There. Hurry up.
Of course, lots at stake, I know.
Okay, so
More hives.
I noticed.
let's see if I can bump the graphics settings. We'll try it on high. It's gonna... Nah, forget it. Whoa, holy crap.
We have to get on those scar hives quickly.
Okay, so some of the graphics settings don't take effect till you restart the game. But without the restart, just going on high, I've now dropped to 30 frames. So the frames have been cut in half just putting it on high. Oh, wow. I'm going to kill this guy and then we'll...
We have to get on those scar hives quickly.
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, so I would suggest,
The only way to stop the scars is to destroy their
like I
hives.
said, since high bump, you know, oh shit, well, since high basically halves the frame rate, you know, dumps it down to 30. I would recommend if you're going to play this, just you know, let the system, you know, let the game
More hives.
I noticed.
itself determine the graphical settings. Yeah, because like even right now, just running around with no enemies around me, it just dropped to 49, and you can see the slowdown. So I would just, let me see here if I can get back in there. Graphical settings, reset to default.
The only way to stop the scars is to destroy their hives.
Yeah, see, so my default's going to be Ultra. Ultra's going to fuck that up. Let's see if you... let's see. Yeah, so... You go to default, that bumps it to Ultra. Let's see what it... I'm sure we're going to have some heavy slowdown. Oh. Yeah. We're... Yeah, 30 frames even on Ultra, so yeah, I would just let, you know, when you start up the game, just leave it at whatever setting is there. So there you have it. Anthem does run Nvidia Surround pretty damn good if you just boot the game up with Nvidia Surround enabled. Let the game pick the resolution, you know, the little options like ambient occlusion stuff. Just let the system pick, you know, the game pick all that, and it seems to be pretty good at that. And running in Nvidia Surround, I don't know if it's Surround or even just running the basic game. I got about 6 gigs of RAM is what that game was using when I just turned it off right now. So if you only have 8 gigs of RAM, that kind of sucks. I have 32, so you know, it doesn't really matter to me. But yep, so there it is. EA's newest game, Anthem, running in Nvidia Surround across 3 27-inch monitors. It only used about 83% of my GPU on average while running that game. you know, at 5760 by 1080p, which is, like I said, 1080p resolution. Ran it at pretty much a solid 60 until I started messing with the graphics myself. So you just let the system choose it, you know, when you launch a game is what I would do. I'm not going to play an Nvidia Surround. I prefer to play it on this screen because my middle monitor is a 144 hertz monitor, so I prefer a higher frame rate as opposed to graphical quality, which my graphics card, the 1080 Ti, and my Core i9 9900K plays the game over 100 frames on Ultra, so I prefer that as opposed to stretching it across the 3 screens. So if you didn't listen to the specs in the beginning of my video, I'll just state them real quick once again. Intel Core i9 9900K processor. That's an 8-core processor. 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, MSI 1080 Ti graphics card. It's running off an NVMe Samsung 970 Pro SSD hard drive. Windows 10 Pro 64-bit, all the current updates. Latest Nvidia driver. 3 27-inch monitors. And I think that's pretty much it. But anyway, you know, if you wanted to get the game to play at Nvidia Surround, it is good that it does work in that. Hopefully, to get the solid 60, you know, you have a processor and graphics card at least the equivalent to mine. I mean, I don't know if it used, you know, if the game heavily utilized more CPU or GPU. It used about 83% on average utilization for my GPU. 30% of my CPU, so that, you know, that's good. And you know, if you run this game with different processors, you know, post down in the comments. You know, I'd be interested to see what kind of a CPU you could use to run this and get, you know, 60, pretty much solid 60 frames like I was getting on mixed graphics settings like that. You know, like, comment on my video if you want to see more videos like this. You know, I have posted a ton of videos. I think I'm up over 200 videos now. Like, comment, subscribe. I respond to all comments. If you have any questions, you know, just ask in the comments section. And that was Anthem. As always, bye for now.